Warning: these videos contain the ramblings of a so-called home lab enthusiast. Please proceed with caution. If you choose to stay and watch, some of the side effects may include but are not limited to, what did he just say? To this guy has no clue what he is talking about. You have been warned.
Welcome back to Homebrew Computing. I'm your host, Joe Lewis. Alright, let's talk about this week's coffee. So, when we were in Chicago back at the end of March on a band trip, we went to this place called Italy. Italy is a place for everything that you can imagine that is imported from Italy as far as food goes. They got cheese, they got meat, they got all kinds of different things. And I wanted to take a souvenir home, and being a lover of coffee, I decided to pick up some of the coffee they had on the shelf. I had no clue what I was looking at, but what I did get was this company called Lavazza. LavazzaUSA.com is their website. So if you're looking for a great cup of coffee, visit their website. They have several options. You can start a subscription with them, or you can buy a singular bag. Guys, you will not be disappointed. This is right up there with Coffee Traders that we talked about in the last set of videos. So visit LavazzaUSA.com if you're looking for a great cup of coffee. So you may have noticed something that looks a little different. I'm no longer in my son's room. I have officially moved out to the start of my new YouTube studio. Yes, I am taking this very seriously, guys, because I enjoyed doing the last videos. I know there were some audio issues with some of the videos, and I believe I have those fixed. I actually adjusted the dB down on this because I did a lot of reading on clipping and the audio, and I watched the videos and I was clipping. So I did adjust this mic to hopefully fix those clipping issues and the distortion in sound. So, with that being said, welcome to Homebrew Computing's new studio. I wish I could give you a look around, but I still don't have the video equipment to do that. I will show you, however, a couple of pictures that I took, and let's open those up right now so you can see them. This is what it looked like before, and I should have had these open beforehand so you could see those. This is what the shop looked like before. Yeah, it's a mess, and this is not indicative of what my house looks like. My wife is a very immaculate cleaner, and this right here, guys, is all my fault. 100% of this. I let it get out of hand. I let people put stuff in it, and I just kind of give up hope on it. But now that my son is coming home from college and he needs his room back for the summer break, I had to get out somewhere and do this. So what I did, my wife and I spent all last Saturday and Sunday, I would say remodeling, was cleaning up, sorting, and organizing. Now, what's behind the door that you see on me is still a mess. It is a work in progress. I'm working on organizing my light show stuff better. And the back part of that, where you see the door in the background, will be my little shop to hold all my personal tools. But this is what it looks like now. Let me get those pulled up so you can see it. I think, oh yeah, there it is. That is a good one. I put a light up there just to see what it would be like with some lighting on that corner where we're shooting this video now, but it was a little too much. And did some rearranging on the lights, hopefully to get a little bit better lighting in here so you can see it. But this is what it looks like now. I'm pretty proud of it. It's still a little chaotic, but I have moved out here. So, guys, I'm super excited about this. And if you like my videos, remember, please like and subscribe to them. That helps push those videos up to the front so we can reach out to everybody. So, we're going to get on with this video and this project. We got something pretty exciting we're going to talk about. It's about a new product that I had found that got pushed out on a Amazon flash sale. So let's get to it, guys. Alright, let's get on with this week's show. So you heard the introductions. You got this, hear me talk about the shop and the audio issues and the new coffee that we're testing out at home. But I was facing an issue. I was looking for a way to control this window unit that I have. That is, you probably hear in the background. Unfortunately, we're going to hear that noise till I figure something else out. A way to control it to keep it from running non-stop, because when that compressor kicks off, the fan on it is still turning, which then if the fan's still turning, it's still consuming electricity. And the goal of this is to make this YouTube studio the most energy efficient as possible. And I thought I could achieve that by using one of the 3 ESP32 homes that I have, and putting a temperature humidity sensor on it and setting it up, 3D printing a case, doing a little scripting, and bring it into Home Assistant, and that would be that. So that's what my plan was. And I was looking at Amazon at different temperature humidity sensors, and on this flash sale that come this product that it was everything I was looking for. I mean down to, it's like the algorithms knew what I wanted. So the algorithms are the new gods of the internet. They point you in the directions you need to go. So, with that being said, I come across this product called YoLink. I've never heard of YoLink before until this flash sale, and this is what I bought. I bought the hub with the temperature and humidity sensor built in. So, there is one very interesting piece about this technology that they use. It's called LoRa, and LoRa is for low power devices that don't require a lot of bandwidth. You're looking for long distance, because I've watched videos about this wireless technology. It can travel upward to a quarter of a mile. One guy was pointing, and then there was a video of a guy doing it showing he got 12 miles out of it. So don't think just because you're getting 12-mile range you'll be able to set this up and game across the forever distances. That is not what LoRa is about. It is about for low-powered IoT devices that you need access to, or for them to send and receive data that are in small amounts. So, and I'm going to tell you guys, I am absolutely blown away. This is no lie. This is absolutely 100% the truth. I had the hub in the home, in my house, which is about 20 foot away or so, and if it wasn't for the access point that I have now, there would be no Wi-Fi in this building, because the metal shell of this blocks every indication, even cell signal. It blocks it because it is solid metal on the outside, and there's no way a Wi-Fi signal can penetrate it. And so I set this up. I wanted to test, is LoRa exactly everything they said it is? So the hub was sitting out here, the hub was sitting in the house, and the temperature sensor was sitting out here for several days gathering some data on temperatures with the air running. And I looked at the app and I was absolutely floored. I was getting a neg 50 signal with this guy, and that is incredible considering sitting right here where I'm at, you have zero cell signal and you have zero Wi-Fi. So it is, guys. The LoRa protocol and the wireless technology is everything they said it is. Even here it's talking about it's derived from the church spread spectrum, and it encodes on information on radio rays using chirp pulses, which says the same way dolphins and bats communicate. So it's a very, very robust protocol / wireless network that this communicates back and forth with. So far, I have no complaints. It's sitting right here on the desk. I looked at the app a while ago. It was like a neg 6. So it's incredible. It does operate on the sub gigahertz bands from 915 to 868 and 443 megahertz. So, but it says it also can be operated on the 2.4 gigahertz to achieve higher data rates. So, nonetheless, don't think you can buy a LoRa antenna and a Wi-Fi card that goes with it and create you a Wi-Fi network and game across it, because 9 times out of 10 it's meant, like I said, for small, low-powered devices that only send in small increment data, or if you would want to set something up and you needed to SSH into it. That's exactly what it would be used for. So, nonetheless, let's get on to the next part of the show. Alright, so we just got done talking about the wireless protocol that we're using to be able to communicate back and forth between the hub and the sensor. Now, I will be leaving the hub out here because there's no reason to actually put it in my house. But again, I may just leave it there for testing to see how it does. But nonetheless, let's kind of do a rundown of the products, what you get in the box. So in the box, you get the hub, which is relatively small. It comes either you can connect it to your Wi-Fi home network. Let me pull it up here so you can see it. Or you can connect it via the Ethernet port. This is a 10 meg Ethernet port, so you will notice it comes up at 10 megs on your switch. It is basically just like a Lutron hub. So, one thing I do want to point out to you, that once you do get it all set up and going, the power light does flash on this. Is not any indication that there's something wrong. This is normal operation right here. So far the hub is relatively easy. And when you go to set up the app, I wanted to guys show you the app, but for some reason Link to Windows is not working, and if I do the mobile projection, it is big and it takes over the entire screen, and I didn't want that. But you download their app, you set up an account with an email address, sign in. They even have multi-factor authentication that you, not multi-factor, well, the thumbprint authentication that you can use on your phone if you won't have that set up, but you scan this QR code, pull it into the device, and then also it came with a 1 temperature humidity sensor, and this is what it looks like. The LED looks good, it's nice and clear on it, tells you the temperature. You can see it's currently 74.4 degrees with 43.2% humidity. So this is what you get in the package, and it's the same way. You scan the QR code, you add it to the app, and then once you get it all plugged into the internet, these two connect up and get going. There's not much else you can have to do other than hit the set button. I believe the directions said to set either Fahrenheit or Celsius. So this right here, guys, is it. This is what is going to control our the temperature for our room and be able to cut our dumb air unit on and off as needed. So right now as well, if you go to shop.yosmart.com, they have a Mother's Day sale going on to May the 12th. You get 10 cents off of their starter kits. So you can use the Mother's Day code to receive 10% off of their starter kits. Laura has all kinds of different things. They have door locks. I really would love to try one of those out because I have a quick set smart lock in the house, and then I would love to try theirs out to compare how they work. And they have door and water water monitors and sensors and all kinds of different stuff. This is just the top of the list. They actually have a full line of smart home products that you can use. But that's not why we're here. We're not trying to plug them. They did not sponsor the show, but I love their technology so far, and it may become a replacement for some of the stuff I do. I may try to equip the whole shop with their outlets and their smart outlets and their switches just to see how they function versus some of my favorite brands that I use now. So how are we going to achieve shutting the air conditioner on and off at a certain time or a certain temperature per se? And that is what I love to use in my house. It is a Kasa plug. So it is a Kasa Smart Plug, the KP200 in-wall outlet. It does require you to connect it to the Wi-Fi, to your Wi-Fi network. So hopefully you guys have that all set up and segregated. You have IoT network in your home network like I do. I connect these all to my IoT network, and we're off. You pull them into the app. Follow their directions. They're very simple to set up. I have a video of installing it, and I may reset one, or if I get another one, guys, show you how to set that up. But guys, it's very simple. Anybody with a little bit of electricity knowledge can follow their directions and get them up and going in no time. But I love the Kasa Smart Plug. The one reason why I started loving Kasa so much is they have this slight edge right over Lutron, and that's because of the plug. The outlets that they offer. Lutron, the last I checked, I think they were trying to get into it. They may have already gotten into it. I haven't looked at their products in quite a while, so I may be wrong. So don't say Joe said that Lutron does not have a in-wall outlet. They might by now. But I use these guys all over my house because they're cheap. I mean, you can get one right now for $19 on Amazon. So if you're into home automation like I am, and you have a bunch of dumb devices laying around like we're going to do with this air conditioning unit, these work really, really well. I mean, they're easy to control. They integrate into Home Assistant, and that is why I chose the YoLink as well, because they have an integration with Home Assistant. And so to wrap this up, I installed the smart outlet here where the power comes in for the air unit, and I didn't have to do much. I took this from my wife's size nightstand, and I told her I was doing it, and she said, good. I hate the daggum thing anyways, because I had it set to conserve energy, and I always would forget to go in and modify the automation to turn it back on at a certain time, so it was kind of a running joke. And in the house, I would leave it like that just to aggravate her, because it was fun to watch her sigh at night when her phone wouldn't charge, and I'd just laugh, but that's just stupid stuff I do to her just to aggravate her. But nonetheless, I don't know what to say. This project actually worked for once. It's I did not have to do a lot. This wasn't hard to set up. And if you're into home automation, you already know about Home Assistant. So let's move over to my Home Assistant real quick. So as you can see, I have tons of stuff in my house. I am a huge fan, a smart home fan. I love everything about it. And guys, I'm not a dashboard guy. I don't give two rat's rear ends about a dashboard. I don't ever look at the dashboard, so I've never spent the time. You say I've got a Dwayne's dashboard, I played around with it a little bit, but I never went any further than doing this. You know, brought in some pictures of my wife and my son and my daughter. But I got two other kids that when I did this dashboard were not living with me, so this is their pictures. But anyways, I don't care about the dashboard, but what I dig about Home Assistant is the ability to take all of these devices, right, and make them work together in a smart manner. So I have, let's dig into it. I'll show you some of my automations that I have set up. They're very simple automations, but I love it. So let's go to our automation. So bedtime routines weekdays. So let's kind of break this down, what it does. So when the master bedroom TV changes to standby. So when this changes to standby, it performs a set of actions, right? If the confirmed time is after 10 and before 1 a.m., it turns on all and turns off these devices. So a very simple way to make your Roku TV actually work for you. You know, I have this box fan. This is just a Walmart special box fan. There's nothing smart about it, but it is sitting on this Kasa plug that I have, that I replaced the plug with. And then between Lutron and Kasa and all the other stuff that I have, it performs all these actions for me, and I never have to touch a thing. That is the great thing about Home Assistant, and that is how we achieved this project and made it work. So follow YoLink's directions, download the app, set up your account, scan the QR codes of each device, bring them in, and then come in and go back to your settings, devices and services, add an integration, and just type in Yo. Type in Yo, not Yop or Yap or whatever I just typed. So YoLink. It's going to come up and say I already have an account configured, but when you bring this up, it'll say, hey, what is your email address and password you use for your YoLink account? You type that in, and whatever devices you do have will pop up and populate here. You can then add them to your dashboard if you like. And I will fix this dashboard up to where this this plug here will be in the shop and not still in the master bedroom. But that's not the point of this test. It doesn't matter where it resides. It still thinks it's in the bedroom, but it's out here in the shop now. And I created a couple automations. So I want to keep this right around 74 degrees at all times, and that's what is recommended by I guess everybody. So 74 degrees is what we keep my house, and that's what I want to keep my shop. So the automations. So turn on shop air unit. So let's look at that. It is called a temperature humidity sensor, and it says when the temperature changes to above 74. So when that temperature hits 74.12, and I have noticed it has reached 74.3 before it actually reports to the hub, and the hub reports it to Home Assistant. So it's usually about 74.3 to 0.5, and it will kick on the air. And then when it cools down, it will turn the entire unit off. So turn off shop air unit. Same thing, temperature humidity sensor, temperature changes, now it's below 74. So that gives you a little leeway. You could actually do 74.3 and it would shut off whatever you want to do it to in degrees, because it does report in increments of in the 10th spot. So again, it calls turn off switch and then turn on alley side, or turn off alley side plug. That's what this does. Yes, you could probably get more fancy. You can add conditions, and you can say, well, if the turn it on if the humidity level is at this as well. If it gets too humid in here, there's all kinds. You can say only do this if my phone reports my presence is home. There's tons of ways you can automate this. I mean, you could, with Home Assistant, the possibilities are endless. If you've never looked at Home Assistants, I can do a series on it. I'm not 100% an expert on Home Assistants. I learn something new every day, But that is basically it. I wished I could show you. Won't we just run the automation? We'll run it manually so you can see it work. So this is going to be below. So we've cooled the building off. It's currently 74.8 in here. Well, let's just run the automation, and hopefully you can hear it in the background. Alright, and you can see the noise level probably decreased substantially because that is a loud air unit. But guys, I'm going to do some more testing on this. I wonder if it does get that 1/4 mile range, or can we get almost 12 miles out of it. I don't know if I can get 12 miles away. I don't want to walk through the field because it has been raining a lot here the past few weeks. But we may drive around the backside of that field on one of the roads if I can find one and see if we actually get a signal and actually put this guy to the test and see how well LoRa actually works. Because if this is true, it's been around for a while. I don't know why it's not more popular than what it is, but it's truly amazing so far. I recommend it. I'm hoping. I have emailed Yolink to see if they would allow me to test out or maybe sponsor a video to test out some more of their products. And if we get them, I'll bring them in, show you what they are, and hopefully this will help boost their sales, because I think this is better than any technology I've seen so far. Now, the only thing I am worried about is the security. I'm going to dig in more into that to see how secure this network is, since it is passwordless. Is it encrypted? How do they protect the data in transit? But it's really not sending anything that's pertinent to me. It's just sending the temperature. But if you were using it for SSH or something like that, how well encrypted this is there a way to encrypt the data going across it, or is it already encrypted because of the way it sends it in that chirp spread spectrum like I talked about a while ago? So guys, that is it for this video. If you like this video, again, please like and subscribe to this channel. It will help me boost this, and I can keep doing cool content like this for you, because eventually I will run out of money, or I'll run out of things that I have already to test out, because I've got some awesome other products lined up that I'm going to do through work, because that's where I get to do all my cool stuff. I get to test out new technology at work, and hopefully we'll bring some of that over the video. But this is called homebrew computing. This is not called work brew computing, homebrew computing. So guys, we will catch you in the next one. Keep on DIY.